Welcome to the Canadian premiere of Joel Potrykus' The Alchemist Cookbook. I'm very, very, very happy, very proud to have this film at the festival. Discovered Joel's work with Buzzard, a film that hopefully some of you have seen. And The Alchemist Cookbook, I think you'll discover altogether. It kind of takes his work in a logical but new direction, and I think I don't know, I'm overjoyed to be able to show. So I won't say much about it. I think it's a film that you need to go in as fresh as possible. But without further ado, I'd like for you to give a very warm Fantasia welcome to Joel Potrykus.
Hey guys. I couldn't hear if my meow was loud enough. Wow, this is awesome. This is like sold out. It's my first time in Montreal. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's my producer right there with the camera. We drove in yesterday, and I remember like one of my first introductions to this festival was somebody in Grand Rapids, a filmmaker, made a film, and he's like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna premiere at Fantasia," and I was like, "What? What the fuck? How, man?" And then like 2 months later, I was like, "What are you? So are you gonna go up?" He's like, "Oh, well, actually, he's not playing Fantasia." And I was like, "Man, I'm getting Fantasia before that dude does." So this is really awesome that I got to tell that guy that I'm actually playing Fantasia and I'm going up to Montreal for it. So just really excited to be here. And after the screening, I might double dare somebody to do something, so that's all I'll say. But there is a cat in this movie, so I don't know, meow, I guess. So without further ado, thanks guys. I appreciate you coming out, and we'll hang out after in about 85 minutes. There's not a short film that's playing this part, is it?
I believe not. But don't quote me on that.
If something else starts, the short film starts playing, I'll just be in the back and I'll just yell, "This isn't the movie," so we'll just know that. So, rock and roll. Yeah. Thanks guys, really appreciate you coming out.
Definitely stick around for the Q&A.
Oscilloscope Laboratories and the filmmakers who brought you Buzzard present 3 easy steps to vanquish your enemies, crack the secrets of nature, and attain wealth. Step 1. Find isolation.
I was gonna be all rich, buy us a big mansion out in the woods. No one would even know we were here.
All right. People stuck around. Thanks, guys.
All right. We have this is going to be a special Q&A. We have a couple of things lined up. But first of all, I guess I'll start with, actually, can we bring the lights, the normal lights up?
I can't see a
thing, I can't
man.
see anyone. That'd be great. Excellent, thank you.
Oh, right.
In a way, you kind of make the films that I like to make, which is a weird way to open a Q&A, but by that I mean they seem to be about a lot of things that you're really, really interested in, and you kind of blend them very artfully. On the one hand, you always have the kind of loner character kind of deciding that like just fuck this, I'm gonna and dropping out of a life that it feels in the background it's like very crushing kind of capitalist kind of routine, and yet you figure out a way to blend these kind of genre tropes that you're really, really interested in, and also this like awesome music. And you've also mentioned comics and like something like Easy Comics being a big influence on a film like this. And I guess my question is can you talk a bit about like that kind of blend of what makes your films yours, and where that kind of comes from?
I mean, really what it comes to is that I do like I love EC Comics and horror movies, but I also love Jim Jarmusch films and Haneke stuff. So all I'm trying to do is just like make a movie that doesn't exist that I want to see.
Yeah.
And the fact that people come to it and stick around for Q&A is like really awesome to me, because I'm really just making it for myself, I feel, and when other people are into it, that's like that's a really a great feedback right there that people do it. Because I never know, especially with this one, this is like the most I don't know, challenging movie I've made, where there's really no backstory and things aren't laid out, and it's almost like this puzzle. So I have no idea what to expect when I put these things out there. So the fact that some people dig it, same with Ape and Buzzard. The fact that anybody really liked those movies was almost a surprise to me, because I just made it for myself, and I love those movies just because they didn't exist, and I wanted to make them exist.
That's a good way. You mentioned Jarmusch, and I get a lot of like early Jarmusch kind of almost this refusal to fall into any kind of narrative, set of expectation, set of
just let the camera sit there and lull people to sleep, test people's patience as much as they can. Yeah, that was early Jarmusch to me is way different than like later or even mid Jarmusch. So the early Jarmusch, Down by Law and Stranger Paradise, was like really huge for me when kind of I was going to film school, and once I discovered that, I was like, yes. The first movie that ever made me want to make a movie was The Evil Dead, and then when Jim Jarmusch, I discovered him, I was like, oh, I want to make movies like this. And so I feel like maybe, in a subconscious way, this was kind of like me combining those two big influences into one.
Your EC Comics, Jarmusch.
Yeah, EC Comics, Jim Jarmusch, Sam Raimi.
Sweet.
Cat food.
Yeah. I'll open up to questions from the audience right away, actually, if anyone has a question. I'm sure you do.
Let me ask the audience maybe a question. Did anybody see The Lure last night?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was my question.
That was the question.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right there. Thank you.
Do you think you have another horror movie in you, or is this the end of an experiment?
No, I think the horror films are always going to have a little bit. I wouldn't even call this really a horror film. Maybe there's parts of it, but I definitely think that there's going to be elements of horror in everything I do always. So we're working on the next film right now, and again, I wouldn't call it horror, but I think some other people would call it horror. I just want to shy away from kind of traditional genre things and just kind of mash together a bunch of different genres and ideas I have. So that's just going to be how it always is. And someday, maybe, my producer pushes hard enough, I'll actually have a woman in one of my movies too. But we'll see.
Right there, yeah.
I noticed a lot of esoteric references in the film. I don't know if that was just me, like, making, like, correlations to things I'm interested in.
Yeah, you're right. There's references all over there. Besides even the obvious ones of him mentioning Mad Max, Basket Case was a big one. So the cat's in a wicker basket, and there is at the end, that's kind of my 400 Blows homage there with the freeze frame pushing in, and there is Ashley. Where'd you go?
The beast specifically, like, is that supposed to be like,
I think
a certain type of like demon, or is this like just kind of supposed to be like his personal demon?
Yeah, that is why I hate to give away too much of other people's interpretations, but it's definitely, this movie's about one person kind of fighting himself, and whether that demon actually exists or is just kind of figment of his nightmares. Is something like we never really wanted to show the creature, the beast, up close, because it's not about that. It's more about his fear of what he doesn't see or what he does see. But that creature, if you could see it with the lights on, it actually looks something similar to the beast that's on the Fantasia posters. Weirdly enough, I just didn't want to show it because I thought it was cooler not to show things. Yeah.
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about being a Michigan-based filmmaker, how that influences what you do.
Yeah, it's actually a big influence. I'm from Michigan, but I've traveled around a lot, or moved around a lot to other cities. But I always come back to Michigan because it felt like that was the easiest. And like for me making movies, when I've worked on sets, out west and everything, and it just feels, the feeling of working on a big set somewhere else feels like a construction site where everybody's got walkie-talkies and throwing around this whack lingo and stuff. I never wanted to ever be involved in that. I always saw like the group of filmmakers that I work with as like we're a band as opposed to like a company. And so when we're able to do that in Michigan, because things are, you don't have to have permits for places, you don't really have to have insurance, you can just kind of go out and make a movie and no one asks any questions, whereas like LA or New York, I feel like you're gonna be stopped, if you put out a big light on the street and things like that. So Michigan is always kind of really, maybe just because no one else is really making movies there, so they're not used to it, so they think it's really cute and a fun hobby, and they don't really get that it goes outside of that city. So part of it is just, it's kind of a naive state when it comes to filmmaking, and they just let you do your thing, and they don't bug you for a bunch of red tape and things like that. And it's really cheap to live there and to make movies there. So I'm a cheap dude. So part of it, I think I'm gonna stay in Michigan because I feel like, without me even realizing, a lot of the settings that we film in are kind of a signature to these films, almost a different character, especially the last film, Buzzard. I never noticed, but people would point out, like, how did you get the streets so empty and kind of dirty? And it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that's just where I live. Like, so that's just part of, like, it's just got its own charm, its own character that you can't fake that just dirty Midwest. So Michigan, that's where I'm staying. Even though all my people are out, like management and agents, all that bullshit. And I tell them, like, I'm not moving to LA. I don't even know why you're signing me, because I'm not coming out there. So yeah, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Do you wanna?
Yeah, let's. So in the intro, I said I was gonna double dare somebody to do something. Ashley, you want to bring that up here? We'll do it on the stage to make it more. See, this is why you come to film festivals, because you can't do this if you watch the movie on Netflix, or you could do it, but you just have a different experience at film festivals. So, some of you guys know what's coming here. And I will dare somebody to eat some cat food. One person, I will do it. Any good director will also participate if they're asking somebody. And I think any good programmer will also participate if someone from the audience is going to do it.
Yeah.
So this is ocean whitefish and tuna pate. Do we have a brave soul? Yes,
we do.
Oh, we had two. Actually, let's do two. Both of you. You want to come up? Come on up.
Wow.
All right. Look at this.
You didn't have to answer
We'll do behind the back choosies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is great. What's your name?
Stan Lee ripoff.
Xavier. All right. Where are you from, Xavier?
Montreal.
Okay.
And what's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon. We're from
Arizona.
Arizona. Sweet.
Actually, I was hoping for tuna today.
Okay, well, you got it, buddy, but it's probably going to taste a little bit different than your normal tuna. So we have one can. We're going to split it 4 ways. You can take as big as a bite you want, or as small as a bite. I will warn you, I am the kind of guy, either of you guys, how's your gag reflexes?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. When you go to the dentist and they take x-rays and they put the thing in the back of your mouth, and you gag?
Yeah.
Oh, Xavier? And you, Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon, because I gag when they stick the x-ray thing in there. The first time I did this, I literally had to swallow my vomit. So if you guys have anything to drink, you might want to just grab something right now.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of water here, so if you guys, I don't know whose water that even is. Let's just do this here. Why don't you okay, yes. Pate, well, I didn't even realize that oh yeah, I thought I was getting shreds, but it's pate, and pate is the most disgusting. It is just compressed, and if you want to smell, I'm not gonna smell it. Not bad?
Actually, it's not
I'm not
bad.
gonna.
Not bad. I should go to cat.
Okay, so maybe you guys will dig it. Maybe you'll find a new favorite food. Okay, so we're gonna do it together. So Ariel, go ahead, just grab a little chunk there. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
Oh, good man. Look at this. Can you leave right during this moment? It's crazy. Okay, yeah. I don't want to get it on the mic. Okay, there you go.
Oh, wow.
I'm already.
That's a lot.
Actually, I've already gagging, but
Yeah, that is too much. What am I doing?
okay, yeah,
So
that's
enthusiastic.
okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Ready?
Do it. Oh, it's too much.
actually-
Let's do it.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm already gagging.
Actually, bon appetit.
Okay, bon appetit.
It's not bad.
It's actually really not bad. It's actually totally legit.
I feel like a cat right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna get any
There you
more,
go.
but no.
You okay?
It's not awful.
Okay, good. So,
It's okay.
we'd also like to, because we have two brave souls, we have two prizes. They're very much different. So we'll do behind the back. What do you think?
I feel like someone's getting ripped off. I'm gonna get.
It's okay.
Okay,
There wasn't. I didn't even say there was going to be a prize.
that's true. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Shannon, pick a hand. Wait, you can. Okay. Go ahead, pick a hand. You get a free pass to movie. Xavier, you get a bag of Doritos, dude.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Give her an applause. And what do you think, dude? I think that was a good note to end on.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll be out hanging out in the lobby if you guys want to have another. If anybody wants to have a bite of this. So.
Or a serious question.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Well, thanks a lot to the festival and the programmers. This has been great. It's playing again tomorrow if you want to watch some more cat food. We'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.